So now, this sitting meditation, yes, it's good, should do, but now, so now with this, of course with this, practice of purifying the mind, collecting strength, meditation, there are all these traditional practices of procession, mental work, the Vajrasattva, Tattva, they're this, but if you don't have time to that, you see, whether you have time or you don't, whether you have time or you don't have time, but whatever you're doing, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing job, everything should become Dharma. You see, best to the bodhicitta. Not just a detached mind to this life, which becomes Dharma. Yes, cause of happiness. Then detached mind to future samsara, then of course become cause of liberation, all these things. But the best thing, of course, with bodhicitta, then everything, whatever you're doing, means you're collecting limitless numberless merits. Whatever you're doing, you see, thinking of all the sentient beings in the heart, thinking all the sentient beings in the heart. Then you're taking care of baby or family or in the office, whatever. You see, whatever job you're doing, business, whatever. But in the heart that, then you collect limitless numberless merit. Because your thoughts to benefit all the beings. So so even if you don't have time to those particular practices, preliminary, purifying the collecting, but whatever you're doing, job, whatever you're doing, everything, otherwise to make it to become Dharma, especially with bodhicitta, so it will cause of enlightenment, it will cause happiness of all sentient beings. So this this is very the other extremely important is the not break time from Dharma practice. There's no break time for Dharma practice. Break time from sitting meditation. Break time from sitting meditation. Not break time from Dharma. Not break time from Lamrim. That's wrong. If your mind is not Lamrim, you're clearly need karma. You see, you're in trouble. You see, non-words thought and need karma. You see, clearing cause of you're using this body to clear the cause of logicals. You see, so there's no break time from Lamrim Dharma, but break time from sitting meditation. So the busy life, make sure the motivation here. That's the most important thing to take care. I started to talk, take care of yourself, but then I went all over again, went all over the place. So here your refuge is bodhicitta, your good heart. You see, when you're busy life, you see, that transforms your life. Everything becomes miserable. So, with the bodhicitta, if you walk with the Buddhism method, benefit of sentient. So when you go to job from home, first you generate bodhicitta, okay? So, think kindness of sentient beings and their hearts suffering. Then, as much as possible, their kindness of sentient beings affected. The freedom from suffering, bring to enlightenment. Therefore, then I'm going to service for sentient beings. Then you think in the room. Then you see with heart of sentient beings, then benefit him. So each walking, you collect limitless gas of merit. Each walking to the office, you collect limitless gas of merit. Numbers of merit. So when you chant Om Mani Padme Hum with the bodhicitta motivation, so with each Om Mani Padme Hum, with by thinking sentient beings, by thinking numbers of merit in your heart, each time when you, with that motivation, you recite Om Mani Padme Hum with each mantra, with each Om Mani Padme Hum, you collect numbers of merit. Because here your heart is to say sentient beings, benefits and things. So with this Oman payment, collect numbers merit. So even you don't have to have a separate practice, but you see sort of that, or cooking or whatever, cleaning. Especially cleaning is incredible Dharma practice. That's part of the preparatory practice, Joshu. You see, at the beginning, before you sit and meditate, there's cleaning is a preliminary. So, generally, bodhicitta, I can think of kindness in living as effective as possible. Then, they have the seven. Then, you see, to bring to enlightenment, therefore I'm going to do a service. Even though you are making money, making money from that, but your motive is thinking for my happiness. So, then you change the attitude. You're working for the other, for those people, you see, for other sentient beings. So with that attitude, you see, help, service or services. Then you see, with that motivation, you go from a house. That's the best paper. That's the most important preparation. So not only motivation. When you do virtuous activity, there's motivation, preparation, motivation, actual body, completion. So preparation, actual body, completion. So this is not only for meditation or doing prostration but this is also for job. This is also daily life activities. The same. There's preparation, actual body, the conclusion with dedication. Even job. Whatever we do, shibis, the same. So you generally then you go to work, cleaning. Until while you're cleaning, then you think, you meditate. All these departments of all sentient beings. Departments of all sentient beings, and these welcome motives. That's the whole part from the Metaphysicism. So you are purifying the mind of all sentient beings. So that, or can think it both, your own departments and sentient beings. So then, how many hours you spend cleaning is all Dharma. You see, so done with bodhicitta, and then you see every cleaning, every movement cleaning, you collect limitless gas merit, numbers merit. So you see, there's incredible joy. You see, unbelievable joy. You see, even outside looking business, job, but from your heart, for your Dharma practice. So benefit of a sentient being, you see. So I heard some, one student in the Washington University place, all marked in supermarket. She memorized his Dhammapada Sutra by heart. I think by now maybe finished. Because she has a commitment I gave to the side meeting, so she memorized. Well, because she memorized, then that inspired me. I started to memorize when I was there, but when I left, it didn't happen. But she memorized, So of course I thought, why not try? So I should memorize. So then I started to memorize them, but did not, after I left Washington, it didn't happen. Anyway, by now she had finished. So she keep on reciting Vajrasattva while she's shopping, while she's cashing the cash place. Where people come in line, where you say, the cash, where people give money, cashier place. Anyway, so she keep on reciting Vajrasattva mantra while she's doing this, you see. So this is how to make meaningful, how to make life meaningful, it's like this. So even there, you see, she keep on reciting Vajrasattva mantra, And then, you see, there's many, at the edge of the table, there's many, where you hang bags, all the way around, so you take out bed, put things, you see, for people. So then she turned this as a prayer wheel. She hasn't got prayer wheel, but somehow she heard about prayer wheel, and she liked it. So the prayer wheel, this one she turned like this as a prayer wheel. So I sent one prayer wheel from up to South. I have a very nice prayer wheel. One very kind guy who brought so many prayer wheel at the land, Mr. Buddha. to the people. Then people buy, and then they go next to donation as a big prayer. You see, this one man, you get it all from Nepal, but this one is made of plastic, transparent plastic, very beautiful. So I gave her that. So in Allmark, this big shopping place. So to keep next to to turn. But this is very unique. But I was going to give another one, my own, which has a pearl decoration. But then she thought that about the balls was this too obvious. So this one. So many people they ask questions. She says, they turn. Some people turn. And there's one boy came and liked so much. One little boy. I think there must be some strong karma from past. So anyway, so there was one prayer with made of cloth from Tibet. Inside there's another, but very nice little man with cloth. So that's there to fill up, to keep the boy. Anyway, so she gets very exhausted. There you see, sometimes unhappy. Say, I'm not enjoying the work. So anyway, so like this. Okay, now that even as non-believer, you see that can you see somebody who's not a particular faith or not, you see. Anyway, even that person can think this way. So the work become spiritual. You see, as the virtue. So you see, and every person comes, you remember their kindness. The kindness that. But this is for non-believer. You see, so there's not much jiva. This is very limited kindness. So my survival every day that I have human body, you see, every day my survival that I can do so many good things for me. I can do so many good things, help so many things for others. And so this is, you see, from the money that I receive by doing jobs. The money I receive from the customers, and from the balls, the organization and the customers. So by the kindness. So you think of the kindness, as people come, you think of the kindness. You see, then you see, then you smile, think the kindness, and then smile, think the kindness, and then smile at them. See, so they feel you are kind-hearted. They feel you are kind-hearted, warm heart, and smile. See, so then. You see, then they're very happy, and they will always come that shop, and they will always come. Even the line, there are different lines after you bought. They will come through that line where person very kind-hearted, smiling at you. So you see, but that's just benefits. I mean, you don't have to think that way, but that's just benefits. They will especially choose to come that way. So this is for even non-believer who don't believe reincarnations. You see, it's just it's practical. It's just your happiness, your survival. But there's so many good things you can do for others, help others. Come from the kindness of the customers, you see, and the boss who get the job to you. So, but it's nothing to do. Past life, the good, the things, just about the this life, you see. So anyway, so there I'm using example shop, but that you have a similar that for the now. Now as a practitioner, as a lumberman, then you see that deeper kind of so the one day you can think the mother kindness for mother and forward kindness mother, they done numberless times from beginning to birth. So one day you can do that, you see. Especially you see that if you are a school teacher, then the students think, so he will see in the office at home like that. So one day that next day the external kindness that one that I often mention, you see, numberless happiness from beginning, happiness from beginning to birth, and the beginnings to birth and the present and the future, all the temporal happiness, all the then ultimately the liberation, liberation, enlightenment, everything. I receive completely. I receive backhandness of each of the persons. So, because all this happiness came from my, the virtual thought, virtual action. That is the Buddha's action, which is in the mind of a sentient being. Over in the mind of a sentient being, within the sentient being. There are two types of Buddha's action. One is Buddha's by themselves, and one is within the sentient beings. So this came from Buddha. This Buddha's action came from Buddha. Buddha came from Buddha. Buddha came from Bodhicitta. Buddha came from great compassion, and by depending on each and every single obstacle to suffering sentient beings. So that includes even one's own enemy, the person whom you hate or who hate you, so include that. And so the compassion generated by dependent kindness of each and every single sentient beings. So therefore all my time happiness, including liberation, enlightenment, everything I receive from each of these persons. So if you're working in the office, think that way. If you're in the family, think that way. So if you're a school teacher, I didn't think every student like that. So anyway, then with that thought of kindness, with this deep skies, then you see, then there is respect. The respect with words, respect with the body, everything comes. The appreciation and the kind action comes naturally. You see, respect words and the manners. You see, very pleasant, very pleasing to others. So it comes naturally. You think your heart is so precious, most precious one in your life. So even Buddha, Dharma, Sangha come from this sentient being. Buddha, this Dharma, Buddha, dependent sentient being, Buddha happened. So as I meant, you can understand from the previous explanation, Dharma came from Buddha, Sangha came from Buddha, by from Dharma. So you see, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha came from whom I pray, beginning of the practice, this came from this, each of these sentiments came from them, so they're more precious. Each sentiment is more precious than Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So, of course, Dharma is the one that removes cause of suffering all the time, but it came from sentient beings, see? So they are most precious, most precious one. So, then you see, there, then total offering service comes naturally. Total offering service, comes from the heart, not as business, but really offering service. You see, so So you see, that's how to, live, how we should try to live life. See, the life, you see, from the sitting meditation, busy life. So here, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to mention the Nagarjuna's prayer. You see, and this is very important. Dani Jin no the Doye. Dani Jin no the Doye. 대병하고 타다 주가다. 대병하고 타다 주가이. 바삼진이 신당 다와쇼. This prayer is very important. You must write down. Put in notebook. Put it in the diary. What is the diary? Not put in the diary. In the we see your say. Put in the room. Put in the car, you see, to remind you, see, office, friend, put there, those words. Basically, it's very good. Many of the words to remind you, put around the house, office. In Kadamba, in America, Kadamba Center, they did like that. They put many words, Dhammos, around the office. And the center is outside, inside, everywhere. So it's very, very good. Very good. And sometimes, when you have problems, you don't remember the meditation, you don't remember the teachings. So if there's something written there, reminds you, then you see, then goodbye problem, you see. So, so actually, this is a text about thought transformation. That I think the transform problems. So the basis from here, the book. But I was meant to read this, then how to practice, you see. So to transform all the obstacles into happiness. So no obstacle for realization, no obstacle for practice Dharma. See in the life. But with so many obstacles happened, didn't happen what I planned. So anyway, so there's a word there. Dani 신노도 좋아해. 대배영하고 타다 두가도 예라라고 용도 뒤에 바삼 kinship. I didn't remember. I left one verse. So here, this is what we should do. Try. You see, down the Nagarjuna's prayer, the 70 prayers of Nagarjuna. It's a very, it's a Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned, some other you dedicate that way or King of the prayer, you see. So, down should not dry. 대변하고 타다 두고도 예라라고 용도 기바이 빠스는 게 신다 다와서 I dak ni like 8 verses it says dak ni simyan tamjala yishin no la tonjo drubi samai to the verse is the from the 8 verses the first one. So dak ni doesn't matter how other sentiments treat me. What doesn't matter what how this person treats me, doesn't matter. What he or she practices compassion towards me or not, doesn't matter. Myself, I am going to cherish others. See, when the word begins, dak ni samjana tamjala. So it doesn't matter what this person or others, you see, how they treat me, angry or criticize, whatever. From my side, I'm going to cherish, always cherish, even that always mind to cherish, see, to all sentient beings, includes friend, enemy, stranger, enemy also there, all sentient beings, without discrimination, with thought, remember I mentioned before, this sentient is more precious than sky filled with wish and jewels, remember I mentioned already that. So, with thought, achieving sublime success. There's the thing that something being more precious than which kind of jewel. Okay? This is the more, I'm telling more the meaning, rather than this strict with the words, the inner words, but the more the meaning. See, with the thought achieving achieving sublime success. So from this sentient being, he achieved a higher birth, happiness, liberation, enlightenment, you see, all this, so sublime success. So with the thought, sentient being, this sentient being much more precious than Ushigang jewel. Not one, but fill the whole sky is nothing. This one sentient is more precious. So that, and with the mind, always cherish. With the body, speech, serve others. With your heart, cherish. Always. Not when you are happy. When you have a problem, give up. When you are happy, then say some good heart. Always cherish. With the body, speech, mind, along with that, serve. See, so Dagni, you should not dry. So Dagni, you should not dry. So I myself, the whole thing. I myself become like, so, I wish, say, like wish grand jewel, completing all the desirable things of the sentient beings, and become wish grand tree, fulfilling all their wishes. For the fulfilling Yongzom is complete. All their hopes, all their wishes for happiness, you see. So here you're praying yourself become like Wishland jewel, fulfilling all the wishes. So there are two things, you see. So what I mentioned before is that sentient beings are wish fulfilling for you. Every sentient being is wish fulfilling for you, okay? What I explained before. Okay. So that's the one meditation what we should have while during busy life. Awareness, okay? Then the other thing, that's the foundation. Now on top of that, then you become wish fulfilling to other sentient beings. So these two things. You see, first, you're wish fulfilling to me, see? So here, Nagarjuna's prayer, it seems you become praying, you become wish fulfilling to all the sentient beings. So So this 당연히 신호도 좋아요. 되는 것도 일하러 반응해서 so you should know the dua. So this one has two meanings. One is the may I able to say accomplish all the desirable things of transmigrated beings who are who's like Wushukrang jewel for me, who's like Wushukrang jewel for me. You see. That's one way. That's one way to think. And the other way to think is, may I able to accomplish all the desirable phenomena of may I become like Wushukrang jewel, completing all the desirable phenomena of the sentient beings, the transmigratory beings. You see, so it can have both meanings. Wushukrang others in the solution. The next one is may become like Wushukrang tree, the Wushukrang tree that brings bringing completing all the wishes, all the hopes, all the wishes, something like that. So this is the heart practice of the Mahayana or say Bodhicitta. It's the best. So like that. So even you have sicknesses, relationship problem, so court cases, anything, then you see, take all significance, the problems on yourself, and destroy the ego, and you see, like that. They use everything you use to achieve enlightenment for sentient being. Whatever problem you have, then you take all things when the problem, the sufferings on you, then that way destroy your ego from where it came all from. Then that way it becomes like medicine to heal, to eliminate the ego. So the way you're using to all these experience problems, to achieve enlightenment for sentient being, you're using to achieve, to cause happiness to all sentient beings. So when one encounters problems, take the all sentiments suffering on yourself, and then may all sentient beings, oceans of suffering, be dried out. I don't remember the words, the Tibetan exactly. So, then when you have happiness, when you have happiness, you give to sentient beings, and you collect merit. When you have happiness, you offer to sentient beings, and then you use to collect merit. You see, it use the happiness also part to achieve. Use also to achieve enlightenment. Even when you have happiness, comfort, success, then cause of happiness for sentient being. So then they pray, may the pendant commercial, may whole sky filled with the happiness, peace for sentient beings. Like that. So this is the heart practice. Okay, so now we stop there. Okay. Sorry. 다게 진행 사백에 와디 뜻난도가 걸랑 강변은 개발해서 로산타가 대변인보 인도사지 May the Bodhicitta be in the house of once or lots of family members of all the students here in the house, or anyone who comes to learn Dharma here, and also organized in the house of all the sentient beings, in particular in the house of the leaders of the world. There's most urgency there, and in the house of all the terrorist mind. Those people who have harmful thoughts to harm others without delaying a second. There's a most urgency to, even without delay, to generate, otherwise very dangerous. Changju semenju rinpo che ma ge pa amai jeju Keva nyamba me bai Hoine kondo yembe avarajo Changju esmejo yerembo je ma keba namaye Keva nyamba me bai Hoine kondo yebe avarai Chanjo esemenjo erebo eje ma keva Then, as I mentioned yesterday, all the opportunity, incredible opportunity we have to achieve all the happiness, including enlightenment, and able to enlighten, liberate another sentient from oceans of suffering, and bring them to enlightenment by kindness of the Sanatana Lama, who is the sole object of refuge of us all sentient beings, and source of happiness of all us sentient beings. A long life, to stay alive, all the holy wishes be succeeded. Then kind of in all Tibetan Buddhist Lama, it was difficult to say, express. Then that was founder of this organization. So also, then we have all these opportunities also by Lamas Kandi, so they were all the, whatever intention, whatever Lama plan, wishes to be actualized, and everything. Then Lama also materials, they allow all the benefits in the Lama okay? Pandya Lame, Buzia, Demba, Kanyama, Yongla, and the Juma. Darshen Malu, Sosa, and Divjan, Yudo, Santi, Owa, Jinji. And these all the past, may all the father, mother, sentiments happen in the children with empty forever. May all those with the prayers be succeed immediately. May I be able to cause all this to happen by myself alone. Pama Simjan Damje, Dagan, Dinjo, Jenen, Damje, Dado, Dongwa, Changjo, Semba, Kana, Suju, Heda, Gunji, Mala, and Juju. And these are the past, which may I, the one's family members, then all the students here, everyone come to Menchit to learn Dharma here, and then all the rest of the students and those all the benefactors and the organization, those who give up their life to the organization, doing service to so, and all the rest of the livings, may we meet only perfectly qualified divine virtuous friend in all our lifetimes, and to be able to do only, to be able to see only enlightened being from each living side, from each side, and to be able to say, to do only action most pleasing the holy mind of the virtuous friend from each living side, from each side. And to be able to fulfill the wishes of virtuous friend, holy wishes of virtuous friend, from each thing side, from one side, in all the lifetimes together. And may the here Tara house be do 3 times as but may most beneficial to all livings. Also to find Frederick Skama in the house of livings and the exercise reverence compatibility in the house of all livings, and especially spread complete teaching of Rabbi, the unified circle in the house of all livings, and receive all the needs for this, all the facilities, all the or to be most beneficial to all the needs, the finance facilities, whatever, receive everything, naturally, so even without need to think, it just comes, just receives everything, in the time when it's need. So like that. Same like this, and then all the meditation centers and this all the same to the most beneficial. Please dedicate the merits of the Kirtan Hospital, which is Kirtan Merits Club for others. All this please dedicate that. May all the needs or the fundings be completed and received to them without delay in a second, and able to construct the scientific statue and complete as quick as possible about this world and meet with it and made the most beneficial to this world. As for sentient beings, cause sentient beings collect extensive merit and purify all the developments and cause to actualize a lot of consequences in this. And this will bring perfect peace and happiness in all of the world. Fill this world with perfect peace and happiness. And then bring all the sentiments to enlightenment as quick as possible. As well as continuing service to our monasteries, with all those thousands of monks, offering food and offerings, offering money for the teachers and in each monastery, those to educate many monks and those all those different things there. So also then the sanghas within the organization. So there's build monasteries in different parts of the world to preserve Dharma, spread Dharma for sentient beings, and to build a whole of different parts of the world, and that has a quickest way, easiest way to purify sentient beings, collect merit, bring them to enlightenment, and all the social services different parts of the world to be successful. And then cause to change good heart, the sentient beings, those who receive the service, so able to illuminate this whole world and transcend, reduce the sufferings. So let's say through education, through education, not less education, so that. Did all the powers present which made us communicating as well powers that which exists but is empty? And the I who exists but is empty. Each who said them in the enlightenment which exists but is empty. Lead all the sentient beings who exist but were empty. Lead all the sentient beings who exist but were empty. And to that enlightenment which exists but was empty. Paramahansa alone who exists but was empty. I dedicate all the merits to be able to follow holy excellencies of the source of some of the Bhagavad Gita to realize it. I dedicate all the merits, same as 3 times to their merits. Generally, Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching made to be completely explained with us heart, and no one's paying members, the hearts of all the students, and all the organizers, the people in this organization, and then all the benefactors, especially those who give up their life to doing service to others, and teaching Buddha in all their hearts, and in the hearts of everyone in this world, and that way may it be spread and flourish forever in this world. So, with this thought, we do the prayer.
Yeah.
Yahweh 世界教文转高为这最难把人变化，开解才满希望的，真解马律早晚说，来到现界对算难的。所年来的年家我来山谈吧，但把有帮助。So I can do, I thought I could do like this all night. But didn't happen. So, non-stop. I mentioned the meditation rumbling every day, whatever you can. So that helps the rest of the day to be more mindful and, to be able to remember the meditation, to be able to control the mind, the negative emotional thoughts were like engaging the negative karma or creating confusion problems. So otherwise we start with good heart at the beginning, whatever, even meditation center service or whatever it is, social service, or look out people or whatever it is. We start with good heart. But then you see, when you become very busy, very involved, then forget. Then you see, there's no continual meditation accompanying with the busy work. There's no continual meditation accompanying, going together. You see, everyday meditation. So then you start with good work. Well, start with the compassion, with good heart. Then when it becomes very intensive, many problems and very involved, then forget. Then you see compassion not there because you did not continue the meditation. So there's nothing to in charge. There's not in charge. Was it recharge? Not in charge. Recharge. It's the battery, not charge. You see. So then there is many problems and very busy. Then you see mind become. Compassion is gone, and then your good heart is gone, and then all the emotional thoughts, anger, and the selfish mind, all this comes out. You see, manifest out to them. Then you create many problems where there's no need, but you create many problems, with others, and you find many problems, and then. There are already difficulties, then you create the extra problems with those emotional thoughts, then you see. So then you kind of trapped like that, you see, in the net, in the emotional negative net, and then bad karma, see. So, therefore, the reason why I said everyday meditation, what you work in company, what you do in meditation center, every day you see lumbering. So whatever we're doing, but every day lumbering meditation is some development path. It's very important, and it helps the text the rest of the day. So that I try to bring that up again. So I've seen many times, that this is what happens to us. That of course we start with good heart at the beginning, then. Very busy, and there are many problems there, financial problems especially, that's the biggest one. And then many pressure, you have all the pressure, you see, because there's so many expenses, they should have some, then do not do meditation, see, go to every day, absolutely, you may have done mantras or something, but not meditation, you see, so, so that's the real meditation, see, that change the mind to sit and done. So then you see, then your beginning you're good person, good heart. Then as time goes, you see, you become totally something else, somebody else. You see, you know, that's then life will be the problem. So this is what happens. So this I think it's very important. If you own company or running country or whatever it is, they need need language every day. So this so that's all. Okay. So good night. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. Okay, so.